She was once the quiet woman behind golf's golden boy, Tiger Woods. Elin Nordegren was elegant, composed, and always just out of reach. But after one of the most shocking betrayals in sports history, she vanished from the public eye. So, what really happened to her? Surprisingly, Elin resurfaced in a way nobody expected, now living a life that would leave most people stunned. The headlines never told the full story of her divorce or the life she leads today. Before fame, Elin grew up in Stockholm in a stable, educated family. Her mother a politician, her father a journalist. She studied, worked part-time, and did occasional modeling, but never sought attention. Her move to the US came by chance, taking a nanny job with golfer Jesper Parnevik's family in Florida. Through them, she met Tiger Woods, already a global superstar. Initially avoiding the spotlight, she eventually agreed to a date after months of his persistence. Their romance went public, leading to a 2004 wedding in Barbados and a life in a Florida estate with 2 children, Sam Alexis in 2007 and Charlie Axel in 2009. Despite constant media attention, Elin stayed out of the spotlight, protecting her privacy and turning down interviews. But behind closed doors, she reportedly struggled with the pressures of life as Tiger Woods' wife, longing for the anonymity she once enjoyed. Life in the shadow of Tiger Woods' fame meant even the smallest detail could make headlines. The couple guarded their privacy fiercely. No reality shows, no interviews, no social media posts. Elin's silence became part of her identity, turning her into a mystery, a woman everyone saw but no one really knew. But that intense scrutiny began to take its toll. For someone who never sought the spotlight, living in one of the most watched marriages in the world was exhausting. Outwardly, they were the perfect family, Tiger the superstar, Elin the devoted mother, but beneath the surface, tension quietly built. Tiger Woods, by the late 2000s, was untouchable in golf. Record-breaking, brand-dominating, and the face of global endorsements, his life seemed flawless. Yet the pressure to maintain that image created cracks. Whispers circulated of odd excuses for solo trips, growing distance between him and Elin, and the first signs that his invincibility was fading. Physically and emotionally, Tiger was struggling. Multiple knee surgeries and chronic insomnia left him in pain, relying on medication and isolated. The pressure of fame and exhaustion created a dangerous environment that clouded judgment. Everything came to a head on November 27, 2009, when, during Thanksgiving weekend, Tiger crashed his Cadillac Escalade into a fire hydrant and a tree outside their Windermere home. Earlier that night, Elin had confronted him over suspicious messages. Reports suggest a heated argument followed, with Elin allegedly smashing the SUV window with a golf club as he tried to drive away. Neighbors found him unconscious and Elin standing over him. Emergency responders took him to the hospital, and police issued a vague statement, avoiding any mention of domestic conflict. Tabloids, however, dug deeper, and the fallout was explosive. Women came forward, sharing stories, texts, and voicemails, claiming affairs with Tiger. Each new revelation intensified the media storm. Corporate sponsors began pulling back. Accenture dropped him entirely, and Gillette scaled back campaigns. The perfect image of Tiger Woods crumbled almost overnight. Even Gatorade quietly pulled its Tiger-themed drink from shelves. The man who once embodied discipline and trust had become a walking PR disaster. The scandal wasn't just about infidelity. It was a story of image, deception, and a carefully constructed life unraveling in real time. In February 2010, Tiger issued a public apology, expressing remorse and announcing an indefinite break from golf. By the end of the year, he had failed to win a single tournament, and his world ranking fell from number 1 to 58. Meanwhile, Elin remained completely silent. No interviews, no statements, no public displays of anger, just composure amid the chaos. Speculation ran wild. Would she leave him? Was she being paid to stay quiet? Yet she appeared in public mostly without Tiger, attending school events and visiting family, her silence standing in stark contrast to the media frenzy. Behind the scenes, trust had shattered, and the marriage was effectively over. By August 2010, less than a year after the scandal broke, Elin filed for divorce. There was no drama, just a brief joint statement confirming the marriage had ended. They agreed on a custody arrangement for their 2 children, Sam and Charlie, keeping their focus on stability and privacy. The divorce settlement was rumored to be around $100 million, making it one of the largest celebrity divorces ever, though the exact figure was never confirmed. Tabloids speculated endlessly, framing Elin alternately as a victim or a strategist, but her priority was clear: protecting her children and reclaiming a life away from the spotlight. Even as paparazzi swarmed her in the months following the divorce, she refused to give them the story they wanted, letting her silence speak louder than any headline. After the scandal, Elin Nordegren became a symbol of the wronged wife, her every move photographed, analyzed, and speculated on. But behind the headlines was a woman processing real grief: the collapse of her marriage, the invasion of her private life, and the betrayal of trust. In her first and only detailed interview, she revealed she had been blindsided by Tiger's affairs, never having suspected a thing. "The word betrayal isn't strong enough," she said. "I felt like my whole world had fallen apart." Yet she refused to play the victim, working instead on forgiveness and focusing on her children. Rather than chase fame or revenge, Elin quietly rebuilt her life. She enrolled at Rollins College in Florida, studying psychology and graduating in 2014 with a 3.96 GPA, earning top honors and the Outstanding Senior Award. Her focus wasn't publicity, it was personal growth, understanding mental health, and reclaiming her own voice. She also turned her attention to real estate, purchasing a $12 million oceanfront property in North Palm Beach, Florida, which she demolished and rebuilt. In 2020, she sold it for $28.6 million. Quietly and strategically, without media fanfare. Elin found love again with Jordan Cameron, a former NFL player, and they welcomed a son in 2019. Their relationship, like her life, remained private, away from red carpets or headlines. Meanwhile, her co-parenting with Tiger Woods evolved into a respectful partnership, focused on their 2 children, Sam and Charlie, who are now thriving teenagers. Today, Elin's life is defined by quiet independence, stability, and personal fulfillment. She continues to focus on her family, psychology, and mental health, often attending her son's golf tournaments discreetly. The woman who once dominated tabloid covers now lives on her own terms, private, poised, and in control of her story. From a life defined by someone else's fame to one she built entirely for herself, her transformation is both remarkable and inspiring. If you loved learning about the iconic stars of old Hollywood, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories, trivia, and all things vintage glam. Join the conversation in the comments below. Who's your favorite old Hollywood celebrity and why? Make sure to ring the bell so you never miss a new video on the golden era of cinema.